work,
Mm-hmm.
hours of just
Meditation,
doing
singing,
music.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Singing
starving.
Yeah,
You're not eating for a couple hours, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
For me, it's a similar process, but I also produce. So like for me, it's like if I feel like writing, then I don't feel like producing. But if I feel like producing, then it's like it's one sound that just starts the rest for me.
Mm-hmm. So do you like have lyrics like there's a lyric over here in your pocket and a lyric over here in the cabinet. There's a lyric over here in the bathroom, some lyrics over here in the kitchen. Is it that type of writing process, or is it just
For me, sort of, because like sometimes like I'll just think of a dope bar. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use that eventually. I'll just put it in my notepad.
Yep.
Cause I put all my stuff on my phone. Just put it in the notepad. Then I'll come back to it like I could use this on this one, and then I just build off of that. Or like if I'm starting from scratch, you've seen me before.
Yeah.
I'll walk around the room. I'll pace until like it just comes out of the air.
Yo, pacing is
no, he does
amazing.
these,
a
yeah.
little bit closer?
I said, pacing is amazing. I think I pace a lot. Honestly, my wife tells me I pace a lot. Anytime I'm thinking about a project or like even a design that I want to put out and I want to tell a story, because like you guys are doing it through music, you have words. I got to do it with like pictures and like stuff. There's no words.
Right.
So I try to strip it down. I just like walk back and forth and just talk to nobody.
Yeah.
There even got to be nobody there. I just sit there and talk, oh, I want to do this. And I'll slowly start bouncing ideas. I'll kind of coming up with something. That's a great way.
Yeah. Most famous people, most industry people, that's why they think we're crazy, because we walk back and forth and we talk to ourselves.
Facts.
You show it in the movies, those people are like they like the madhouse or something. Like,
Right.
it's normal.
Yeah, but it's actually the new normal. Talking to yourself is the new normal, because you have to talk yourself off the ledge
Yeah.
in this day and time. And in addition to that, you have to give yourself advice. You can't really wait for other people to tell you what to do, because sometimes they'll tell you the wrong thing. You know, so you have to go on your instincts. Music is something that has the ability to change and go across in different lives and affect people in different ways. How has music affected you as an artist, Scott?
It saved my life, to be honest with you. Like,
Nice.
it saved my life because as I mentioned on the last live, like I was mauled by a dog, and I had 576 stitches, and for some reason, like I mean, not for some reason, but like being in ICU and all of that, I had nothing else but music. So
Yeah, we did talk about that when we were here the last time. We talked about how that changed your life, and having that situation happen to you. Let's talk a little bit more.
like how it happened.
Yeah, how it
Okay.
happened. Yeah.
It happened to me when I think I was 10. You know, it was a family dog. I mean, it was our dog, but the dog went to attack my sister, and in the process, before he could get to my sister, I jumped in the way. I lost my balance, and I was face to face with the dog, and he just turned the aggression towards me. From there, like he grabbed my face and like ripped, and you know, like I remember like trying to fight the dog off me. My mom ran in the room, screamed. My dad ran in the room, got the dog off me, and I just remember standing there, not knowing what was going on, but like my whole anatomy was exposed. I saw my whole skeleton, like I just was leaking. But you know, I never let negativity like stop me. You know, like I feel like the devil is always on the prowl, but as long as you got God in your life, you're blessed.
But I like the fact that you were able to take that situation and turn your pain into something that was positive. Because most people, Scar, I'm gonna keep it 100. Most people that see you, automatically they see the scar on your face, they thinking that it happened maybe from an incident with the gang or what have you. I'm just keeping it 100.
No,
Most people when they see you, they're probably saying, oh, maybe he got sliced. But to come across and tell that story, to see that this is what actually happened, it gives a whole nother perspective on you as an individual, because people always, they judge a book by its cover, but you don't know at that moment or that time or that place what that person was going through to make them become this person. My father always used to say, never take a peaceful person to war, because you never know what brought them to peace. And with that being said, that was your peace. Your music became your peace.
Amen.
And I think that's dope. I think that's super dope. That's a good storyline, and I would keep that going down the line. When you become famous, not to say you're not famous now, but when you become big famous, keep that line of story, because everybody likes a hero. Everybody likes a hero, and sometimes back in the days we had a movie. TP will tell you. a movie called Hero is Nothing But a Sandwich. But it was a crazy movie because the gentleman that acted in the movie, he was actually a very talented young man in that movie. But people love heroes. I just say that. People love heroes, and they love to see or hear a story of a struggle coming into, clarity. We was talking about 50 Cent the other day on the One Life podcast as well. 50, prime example, taking something that was negative that affected his life and bringing it to something positive. Yeah. So that's dope. I think that's dope. So some of the new music, the new music.
Something that.
What are we cooking up?
What we cooking up? I guess my inspiration for it is like I've been on a spiritual journey. So like as of this year, I've been trying to get closer to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and through my music, I feel like I've been channeling that spirit, and it's crazy because like when I close my eyes, like it doesn't even matter what I'm rapping about. I feel like I'm blessed through it because not everybody knows what their talent is, and for me it's like when I'm doing it, like it's like, yo, I got this because of you, thank you,
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And I think it is the year of reflection. 2023 is definitely 2024 is definitely the year of reflection, and getting closer to your creator. With so many crazy things, different things going on that we ourselves don't understand. You have to rely on some type of source or some type of connection in order to define some of the things that are going on. So that's definitely appreciated, to have that connection with your creator and see that as a visual, when you're doing what you're doing, that definitely makes a difference. You want to ask anything about you?
I'm just learning a lot about Scar himself, and just to understand him as a person. So sometimes I just like listen. I love that about going on that spiritual journey, just to understand. So sometimes you learn things about yourself that only God can reveal to you.
Amen.
Right?
See?
And the things that we are given by, like, even, like I would say, divine intervention, is like, okay, you could be searching for an answer and you going everywhere and it just doesn't become right.
Right.
Then you're like, in the moment, you're like either reading or writing, right? And then it's like, oh, the answer to the question is this. And it's like, in that moment, he's like, look, you had the answer. I'm gonna tell you like what pieces of information to read, what to look at, and you're gonna understand like why you're writing this, why you went through this, and just those, like you said, the moment of reflection. So like when you take those moments of reflection, how does that affect like your project? Do you like, I gotta rework the project, or is it like, I just gonna stick to this one thing, just living it?
Honestly, I'm a perfectionist. So like when I'm putting it together, I guess like the best way I can answer that, when I'm putting the projects together, it's just gotta all sound right. It's just gotta flow, because if it doesn't flow, then I feel like I start rethinking it. I'm like, damn, like this ain't right. Being a perfectionist, I feel like when I'm putting it together, when it just happens naturally, I don't touch it.
Right.
Because it's meant to be that way.
So a lot of people, we were just thinking about this the other day. A lot of people, when they create music, they create it for their audience to enjoy. How do you guys? I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel about your music? Do you dance to your music? Do you enjoy your music? Do you party to your music?
Yes, I always do. I was actually listening to it as I was coming up here. So I'm always constantly, but honestly, through that process of me listening to my music over and over again, I always find things that like I can work on, that I can be better at, and that's the part of the journey, right? When it comes to music. So, I definitely enjoy my music, of course. I'm my number one fan,
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be. In this
dope.
industry, you have to be. So.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Because a lot of people, they make music for the fans. And, I made that song, but I don't do Percocets. But
yeah,
for the fans.
But you be pushing it to the fans. You don't even listen to it. Right. You don't even, not to use that as a specific example, but I'm just saying in general, most people don't. They don't. You gotta enjoy your own music. That's like as a DJ, you know, I don't always play the songs that everybody wants to hear, and I get it. I understand that. But I do play music that I know that is going to cause a memory for the people that are there. And I try to keep it within that confine. Of course, I take requests. Of course, I want to hear what you want to hear. I don't just play what I want to hear. You know, I try to take requests and stuff like that. But to be able to create music that you can dance to, that you can enjoy yourself, and it becomes something where your family can enjoy it, your kids, if you have kids, grandma, grandpa, they can sit and they can listen to the music. They don't have to worry about shutting it off.
We gotta turn that part off. Get
Right.
that part out.
Right. Those are the aspects of, you know, kind of what I was asking in that kind of frame of mind.
The other thing that makes you relatable, dude. Like how you're going through something. You're talking about what you're going through, and then when it comes out, it's raw. I think.
Yeah.
Like, in such a way that I'm sure, like, there's songs that we've heard that, like, you know, make you laugh, make you smile, make you cry, like Pac said. But in that moment, you weren't thinking about how it would affect other people. It's like, yo, this is just what's true to me right now, and there's 7 billion people on Earth.
That's right.
It's gonna be true to someone else. So then when you're looking back at it, you said, okay, now this is me as an artist. I look at other work that I've done. I'd be like, I did this 2 years ago. Oh my God, that was so bad.
Right.
That was so bad.
Right.
And then you then you could kind of see, like, yo, look where I came from. I was here, now I'm here. Like you're saying, like how you improve on your music. Right. Now, do you use some of that to, like, project into, like, where you want to go? Cause I know we're on a borderline there with, like, reflecting too much.
Right.
Maybe, like, then you start getting stuck and, like, oh, I made a mistake.
Right.
I use that 100% into, like, what I'm going through. I may not talk about 100% into the situation, but off of the feeling, off of the emotion of, like, what I feel for the moment, that's what I write on, you know? And then, you know, you got some certain times, like, when the beat speaks to you and then you want to speak on the situation, but for the most part, like, I feel like as a writer, we go off the emotion. We're emotional beings. Like, everybody's an emotional being. We show it a different way, but for me, I am driven through whatever emotion I have, and I go off of it, and that's what I mean by, like, music saved my life, because I have that ability. So when I feel like, yo, I'm about to, like, reach you know, the end of the cliff. For example, like, this whole month I've been going through it. The devil has been trying me, but he ain't win. You know?
Amen. Yeah. And that's funny, because even like you're saying, your situations that you going through, by you, let's keep it all the way real. By you giving your testimony and telling people what you've been through, gives them a roadmap or a way of looking at things from a different perspective, because they know that you've been through it. They can hear it through your music. They can hear it through the pain in your music. They can hear, you know, that you're very close to God in your music. I think it was funny, because you always look at artists or rappers and you wonder if the lifestyle that they perpetuate in their music, if it's
they really living that.
They really living that, you know. And even in this time of days, you know, where we have freedom of speech being challenged on different levels, the right to speak your mind and the right for you to be able to speak your mind on music is being challenged now for all, you know, for rappers in general. I mean, we never heard that happen for Bon Jovi, or, you know, we never heard that happen for Kiss or any of those other individuals. Coming up in my years, one of our friends, our showmates here, Jiggy G, she does a show on Wednesday nights. She was one of Luke's artists back when Luke and them was just coming out with the shake music, or, you know, we call it Miami bass, what have you. And that genre wasn't really accepted in society at that time. And you had people that placed judgment on them because they were making that type of music. But at the same time, it was a form of expression.
Yeah.
You know? Miami is a different place when it comes to music. They are self-expression people, because you got such an eclectic mixture of people. You Spanish, you got Puerto Ricans, Colombian, you got all different kinds of things thrown into
Patience,
thrown into a
maintenance.
pot, so that
Facts.
Melting pot.
yeah, so that music, that display of music and that expression of music that was coming out of Miami, a lot of people didn't get it at first. You know what I mean? They didn't get it, but coming to now and to this day and time, when we look at the young thugs
Mm-hmm.
and we look at those individuals who are being challenged on their lyrics, do you sit back and both of you guys, y'all can both answer this question. Do you guys sit back and like kind of critique your lyrics and think about what you say before you say it? Because you know they say life and death are in the power of the tongue. So do you kind of reflect on your lyrics that way, or you just write what you feel and then you go back and look at it, or you just go with the flow?
Wanna go first?
No, you can go.
I go back into what I'm saying, and sometimes I'll be like, damn, that shit was trash. But for the most part, like when I'm writing it, I'm like, yo, I'm the best artist alive. And then I go back and I'm like, now I'm the best artist now. That shit was still trash. But for the most part, no, I definitely critique everything I do, and I inspire to be better every day.
Good.
Same here with me. The way I write my music, this might sound super silly, but when I play the beat, and I usually just say gibberish.
Yes.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff that don't make sense.
You actually we call that a point of reference in recording, because if you can mimic what you want to say,
yes,
like the
that's me.
and then you put it together and you find the lyrics to fit into that. I think that's a dope process.
Yeah,
that's a dope process.
And I actually found out that Nicki Minaj does that.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of
I never knew that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that do that. Even Jay does it. Even Jay-Z does it. That's why he has the consistency where he says he doesn't write.
Yeah.
Because he's making up those mimics in his mind, like a point of reference, and he can go back and like. Right? I think that's a dope process. That's a dope process.
Thank you, yeah.
So guys, don't feel bad like when you're doing your. You may have a hit song on your hands, and now with new technology, you know the babies can understand what we're saying, what they're saying. So you can you may be able to communicate with somebody from a different different walk of life, but
you get the cadence too, like
yes.
the cadence of
That's
where you
where
want
I'm
to
at
go,
with that.
Absolutely.
speed, you know.
Yeah, because you gotta have cadence, even though it's cadence, like the way she spits. I'm saying spit, but the way she sings, it's like she's spitting, like she's a rapper. You know, so did you rap first? Was that your first?
Honestly, no, but I've always wanted to be a rapper. I'm not gonna hold you. I always wanted to, but then singing stuck with me. I've been singing since I was 2, so.
Nice.
It's always been a thing for me, and then when I found out the singy rappy thing was going on, I was like, let me go on to that.
Since you were 2, wait a minute. Since you were 2, what household did you grow up in? A
So
Dominican household?
Puerto Rican and Cuban.
Puerto Rican and Cuban household, yeah. They start y'all early, man.
Very early.
Y'all learn how to make rice and beans early, and y'all learn how to sing early.
I started learning how to cook at 9 years old. How to make sure dinner was ready and all that.
That's a fact.
But yeah, no, I started singing at 2 apparently, as my mom says, and my first song that I sang was a Mark Anthony song, if y'all know Mark Anthony.
Oh, yeah, of course we know Mark Anthony.
Yeah, and ever since then, apparently that's just always been a thing for me, just me singing, yeah.
Dope.
So.
That's dope.
I mean, if you got a talent, use it. You know?
Right.
Because that's, right from what you said earlier, you have a purpose. You wasn't given a talent for no reason.
Exactly.
It's not arbitrary.
Very true.
And it's good. It's good now that we have an opportunity and an industry now that basically accepts that, and accepts the growing talent that we are experiencing right now. Because there's about 4,675,285,792 artists in the world. I mean, and I'm exaggerating a little bit, but there's that many artists.
Real specific.
Right.
I was like, wait, what? He does a number?
Right. That's wait.
Remember
Did
that?
he remember this strategy? Yeah, right. No, but actually, just it's that many artists in the world. So I want to know, like, both of you guys, is like what separates you from other artists. Let's just put it that way. You can answer it whichever way you want to.
Personally, I think what separates me is the way I express myself in my vocals, and I'm willing to go above and beyond. I'm willing to do different things. And I think one thing that everybody puts me in a category of R&B, and I can do anything. I've sang rock, I've sang folk music, like I have covers in regards to that. So I think that definitely separates me because I put so much versatility in my music, or I try to at least. So. Yeah, I think
that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. And you, Scott?
For me, it's the same thing. Like it doesn't matter what the genre is. For me, it's like music is music. If it's a rock beat, we can rock to that. If it's a rap beat, we can rap to that. You know, if it's Afro or dance hall, it really doesn't matter. The music just speaks to me. My goal is to make sure that you know, no matter what genre it is, it's still me.
Nice.
Yeah, put your mark on it.
I was actually just watching I think it was yesterday. I was watching interview. It was Clifton Powell, the guy who played Pinky.
Dope.
Right? And he was a little upset because people were like, "Oh, you always play bad guys.
Yeah, I just seen that.
You always play the bad guy."
Yeah,
but he made a really good point. He was like, "You're trained to be able to play the bad guy,
Right.
and then play the good guy, or just the uncle or the pastor." So being able to, like you said, have that versatility gives you opportunity. Because it's like you can call on a person to say, okay, all right, I know that this person can deliver no matter what situation I put them in. And the more versatile you are, like you'll get known for something, but versatility can be what you're like
keeps you
known.
keeps
you updated.
Yeah.
I think that's something that some of the older rappers are kind of going through. The ones who weren't versatile didn't last that long.
I was gonna say, look at country now. I mean, there's always been black people in country, but like now it's starting to really hit the streets.
It's starting to
People are
resonate.
loving it.
Yeah, because I gotta play Sha Boozy
I love Sha.
at least 2 or 3 times at weddings, at parties. I even played at the saloon because it transitions into Tipsy. So I'm able to let that go and then just go straight into Tipsy, where people don't feel a type of way. You know what I mean?
So abrupt of a change in genre.
Yeah,
Like, whoa,
right. They don't feel a type of way because all of the lyrics that are in Shabuzi in the song are basically from the lyrics from Tipsy.
Yeah.
So it's an easy transition. And that level of musicianship and having that level of musicianship is very important for artists nowadays because, they who was saying it the other day? Somebody was saying the other day that, not so much that people are getting tired of drill music, but they want to hear something else.
Different.
In my age bracket, to be compared to another artist or to be similar to another artist, we consider that as biting.
That was bad.
That was biting. You was biting. You was a biter. You was a biter. So that's why I asked you, kind of what makes you different from other artists, because you guys have a different style. It is a close proximity to Ja Rule and Ashanti, but it's outside of the box because of the cadence, because of the way you guys attack the beat, because of the way you guys enjoy your performance together. It creates a whole different spectrum of talent and musicianship that people can identify with and don't have to say, well, they sound like LL Cool J, or they sound like this person, that person.
What do you think is next, though? What do you think is the next? Because, like, just historically, like, hip hop, I feel like you had the golden age, you had the 88 to the 95. Then you had the 95 to about 2005. It's like 7 to 10 year. I think drill kind of ran its course. What you think is going to happen, like, next?
I'm hoping Afro music. I'm Cuban, so my family listens to a lot of Santeria music, so it's very African influence, and I feel like that's something I want to tap into personally, and I'm gonna make sure that's getting tapped into.
Yep, that's dope. That's a dope one because you see what's happening. Yeah. Tyler is the new Rihanna.
Right.
They try to make Tyler the new Rihanna, and the Afrobeats genre. Just to tap in real quick if y'all don't mind, but the Afrobeat genre, when I first started playing Afrobeats, first started playing Joanna and stuff like that from Afrobeat, a lot of people was looking at me kind of strange. Like, this ain't reggae. This is
it's different.
And it became now one of the most popular genres. Like literally, like my mother-in-law, she'll tell you to this day. Strategy started playing Afrobeats first. She'll tell you. She'll literally tell you that because of the connection that I had with what's his name, Burna Boy. At the time, I was dealing with a record company who would send me music as a DJ as part of my record pool. And I was one of the first ones to get a single from Burna Boy.
Nice.
And I played it, and people were like, what the hell? But you know, I'm a blending DJ, so
yeah.
I could flip it. But people were asking now. Everybody know who Burna Boy is.
Facts.
You know, everybody basically knows who Davido is. And even going further, you see Chris Brown. You see a lot of these artists now coming out with Afro beats type of music.
Right.
Stuff, yeah, and have that. So you think that would be a good direction?
It sounds like a good direction. Afro, like a kind of Afro beats, hip hop.
Yeah,
type of,
something like
that would be dope.
like far away from the South African type feel, but like I wish I could explain it because there's a lot of songs that have that influence,
to it,
and I really it's far from the Afro beat, if that makes sense.
Right. Because when you think of now, don't forget, we do have some African rap artists. We do. We have some Afro-Cuban rap artists. We have them. So that is something that we definitely need to look forward to in the genre. Because like I said, you know, back in the days, it was nobody sounded the same. Everybody sounded different. You had the De La Soul, you had a LL Cool J, you had a Run DMC, you had a Cool G Rap, you had a Noriega and Capone, you had a Nas, you had all those different elements or those different components of the genre of hip hop. And now as we advance into the next century, we're looking forward to seeing some more space age music. You know,
blending all these different things together, like a rap techno, rap dance.
I was gonna say I saw something on TikTok. It was a drill bachata beat. I'm like,
dope.
Right, it was different.
And I just posted a video, Chase. You just saw the other day. I posted a video of Bobby Shmurda's new song. Bobby Shmurda's new song is not. It's not like, hip hop. It's not hip hop. It's almost like a Jersey. It's almost like a Jersey club, but not a Jersey club. It's more like a house music type of feel. And he's like, because he's tired of being trapped off in that.
Being Bobby Shmurda.
You know, being that Bobby Shmurda. And I gotta come home. I gotta come home from prison and make a drill song because I'm from Brooklyn. Nah, I don't. I could go across different barriers and I can do different things. So that's dope. That's real dope. So I'm looking forward to. They're actually going to be at 1836 tonight, coming to perform for the open mic showcase tonight.
1836.
So we're going to pull up in a few minutes and get some good chicken wings and some good food over there in a few minutes. But Scar, do you guys have anybody that you want to shout out that while we still got you on the air?
Of course. I want to shout out Genesis Radio. I want to shout out both of y'all. I want to shout out the man in the back over here for rocking with us. I want to shout out No Sorry for coming through. You know, I want to shout out my family. I want to shout out to my big bro, Jordan Bird, Big Ski. You already know. And I want to shout out to my people watching the live stream right now. You know, I want to shout out to my mom and my big bro, Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I want to shout out to all the Latinas out there, Puerto Rican, Cuban, all the Latinas. I want to shout out to you guys too. Thank you guys for the opportunity of bringing me on here. This is a blessing. So I appreciate it. And of course, my boy Scar, because he always puts me on. And it's all love.
So y'all get ready. Y'all get ready for more to come from Nosa and Scar. Get ready to see them perform more here in the East Stroudsburg area. As long as I got a platform, you know, y'all got a place to rock out at. I'll make sure that y'all got the green light whenever y'all come through. 1836 is my home. That's a place where I, you know, do everything at. So y'all got a green light. Make sure y'all come through. Even nights that you don't perform, Scar, I seen you there a couple of nights. Just come through, just rock out and show love. Yeah. So I appreciate that also. We're gonna get up out of here in a couple of seconds. Like I said, be sure to tap in. Please be sure to tap in. It is getting very, very close. We are getting very, very close to our date, August the 17th, Dansbury Park. You know what we do is book bag giveaways. We do it for the community. We're stronger together, so make sure you get ready for that, August the 17th. Again, you saw the AARP here. early this evening, so you get ready for August the 19th as well. They'll be at Dansbury Park. August the 24th, of course, is the Black and White Affair with the AARP. And I got more to come, man. More things to come. DJ Strategy in the booth at 1836 Saloon tonight for karaoke night and open mic Thursdays. Coming up very soon, you'll see me at IQ Cigar Lounge again on Wednesday night. We have the Wind Down Wednesdays coming up.
That's a spot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come and get your ash on. Get your ash. Come shake your ash.
Yeah,
Come through and shake your ash. Big shout out to Brother Q and Sister Cadelia over there and everybody over there at 1830 at IQ Cigar Lounge. Make sure y'all tap in Wednesday nights. Y'all see me over there Wednesday nights or Wind Down Wednesdays. Make sure you tap in.
Nice midweek relaxation.
Yes, absolutely. Get a chance to wind down and chill and listen to some good music. No drama, no nothing. You know, just sitting there chilling, listening to some music and smoking some good cigars. Make sure you tap into that. More to come from DJ Strategy. Look for me. I'll be around here somewhere, working as hard as I possibly can. And you know the motto, man. If Genesis Radio is not on your radio is not on. Make sure you tap into UTSL Network and other shows on Genesis Radio. Big shout out to my brother Phil Natasio over there at 1836. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything that you do for the community. And I'm gonna say this one more time. You know, if you use my name, you use my likeness, be sure to know that people are gonna show up and they're gonna support me. They're gonna come out and they're gonna have a good time. They're gonna enjoy themselves. Only ops I'm looking for is opportunity out here.
Hey, let's go.
That's the only ops I'm looking for. Opportunity and a way to change things and make them better than the way I found them. I go by the name of DJ Strategy. If you don't know me, I am the voice of the Poconos. Thank you again for having us at the Genesis radio station. Thank you again for tuning into UTSL Network. Thursdays are the new Fridays in the Poconos. Make sure you tap in. I'll see y'all soon. Peace and blessings to everybody. Have a great evening. See y'all next Thursday. Peace.